Hello adventurers! Welcome back to Exploring the Broken Isles, where we take a look at the cards for each class in the custom Hearthstone expansion, Tales from the Broken Isles. In this episode, we'll be looking at the cards for Mage, Rogue and Demon Hunter. So come along as we travel to the central region of the Broken Isles, the region of Suramar. Suramar is home to the Nightborn Elves who live in the capital city, Suramar City. The Nightborn are a powerful people, and they gain the source of power from the Nightwell, a mystical font of power which grants mastery over time itself. The Nightwell is the Mage legendary location, and it allows you to send a minion 6 turns into the future. But each use reduces the number of turns that minions are sent by 2, and eventually, if planned accordingly, the minions will all return at the same time. While sending enemy minions into the future might seem like the obvious approach, Mage also gets another new card that works well with the location. Suramar Aristocrat is the 4-mana minion that gets spell damage +3 if 3 turns have passed since it was summoned, which means it will return much more powerful if you send it into the future. Once all minions have returned from the past, you will have a great opportunity to play the new Mage spell Arcane Barrage. Arcane Barrage deals 2 damage to a random enemy and then repeats for each minion that entered the battlefield this turn. The other major legendary of the expansion is First Arcanist Thalysra, leader of the Nightborn Rebellion. Thalysra might not look like much at first, but after you cast 3 spells with different cost while she's in your hand, she transforms into a much more powerful version.
Why, I'd have a spot of tea with you.
You can say that again, Finley. This transformed version of Thalysra will recast the 3 spells that transformed her at random enemies. Thalysra spells will try to target enemies, but any with a friendly target will still cast on a random one of those. One such is the new Mage spell, Masquerade. This spell allows you to copy a friendly minion, but the copy will die after taking any amount of damage. This isn't visible to the opponent, however, and the copy can appear on either of the original minion's sides, so the opponent is never sure if they target the real one or the copy. While the Nightborn Elves live carefree lives in the walled city, danger lurks just below. A vast labyrinthian tunnel system connects the entire underground of Suramar, and it all leads back to the Archway. This is the Rogue legendary location of the expansion, and it allows you to draw a card and reduce the card's cost by 1 for each card you've played that turn. Additionally, if the card ends up costing 0, the Archway will gain back the durability it spent. Rogue also gets the legendary minion Queen Orathis.
Feast on their bones!
When played, Orathis will improve your poison spells for the rest of the game. This means she will upgrade any that are in your hand or deck, as well as any future you might get. Improved poisons are generally twice as powerful as the regular ones.
Oh, tea time's over.
To add to this archetype, Rogue also gets 2 more poison spells, Corrosive and Lingering Poison. Corrosive Poison gives your weapon +1 attack and causes attacks against minions to also hit the neighbors, but the effect will only last for 1 turn. Lingering Poison, on the other hand, has no immediate effect, but will give your weapon the death rattle of summoning a 2/2 slime with Poisonous. Both of these poisons are of course also improved when Orathis is played. On the outskirts of Suramar City, you will find the Legion's stronghold on the main continent, Fell Soul Hold. This is the Demon Hunter legendary location, which gives your hero +3 attack when used, and when all of its durability is expended, it will summon the Lightbreaker. The Lightbreaker has a periodic end of turn effect that gets boosted by your hero's attacks. To support this archetype, Demon Hunter gets the minion Illidary Defector. This minion gives your hero +3 attack and allows you to attack an additional enemy minion.
It is sportsmanlike to only attack once per turn.
Well, I play to win.
I say.
Tales from the Broken Isles also introduces an entirely new archetype, Discard Demon Hunter. Unlike Warlock, where discarding is usually random, this card Demon Hunter is much more controlled, with cards like Rakishi Fellhound, which allows you to choose a card out of 3 in your hand to discard, and Fellfire Blast, which discards your left and rightmost cards for some powerful AoE damage. The payoff for this archetype is the nefarious Veredis Fellsoul.
Behold the glory of the demon within!
This 4/3 demon with lifesteal will attack a random enemy when discarded and then return to your hand. That was all for now. Stay tuned for the next video where we take a look at the cards for Hunter and Druid in Tales from the Broken Isles.